You know, we see childbirth in movies, we hear stories about it, but have we ever really stopped to think about what it is? I mean, it's not just a medical thing. It's this incredible biological story, an ancient and perfectly tuned masterpiece of physiology. So today, let's explore that amazing story together. For about 9 months, the body is basically a fortress, right? Its whole job is protecting and nurturing a new life. And then, almost like magic, a switch flips. But what is that switch? How does the body know, okay, it's time? That's the huge mystery we're going to unravel today. Well, it turns out it's not some single alarm bell going off. It's more like a really complex three-way conference call between the mother, the baby, and the placenta. All three of them have to agree it's go time. Okay, so before we dive deep, let's just get on the same page. When we talk about normal labor, this is what we mean. It's a full-term natural process to deliver not just the baby, but absolutely everything that supported it along the way. The very first clue that things are about to get real is this huge hormonal shift. Think of progesterone as the bouncer for the uterus, keeping everything calm, relaxed, totally chill. But as the big day gets closer, progesterone levels start to drop, while estrogen, the go hormone, surges. It basically taps the bouncer on the shoulder and says, you can stand down now. And wow, estrogen's to-do list is, well, it's pretty long. It's not just one thing. It gets the uterine muscle all fired up and ready for action. It installs more docking stations for the main contraction hormone, oxytocin, and it ramps up production of all the other key players. Estrogen is basically the ultimate stage manager for this entire production. And here's the rest of the hormonal dream team. You've got oxytocin, the absolute powerhouse behind contractions. You've got prostaglandins, which get the cervix ready by softening it up. And then, this is the part that just blows my mind, fetal cortisol. This is literally the baby sending a signal saying, hey, I'm ready out here. As the baby's brain and lungs get mature, they release this stress hormone, which actually helps trigger that estrogen surge we were just talking about. The baby isn't just along for the ride. It helps kickstart its own birthday. So with all the hormones perfectly aligned, the main engine of labor just roars to life, the uterine contractions. These are powerful, involuntary, rhythmic waves that are going to do all the heavy lifting. And when I say powerful, I mean it. The uterus is one of the strongest muscles in the entire human body. At its peak, a single contraction can exert over 100 pounds of pressure. And this isn't just random chaos, right? Labor is a totally organized crescendo. The contractions, they start out kind of far apart and pretty short, but as things get going, you can see they become longer, stronger, and much, much closer together, building in this really predictable, powerful pattern. So what's all this power actually for? Well, contractions are multitasking marvels. Their main jobs, of course, are to open and thin out the cervix and then push the baby down. But their work isn't done. They also deliver the placenta, and this is absolutely critical, they clamp down afterward to control bleeding. They are seriously the unsung heroes of the whole process. Okay, so the engine is running full tilt, but you can't go anywhere if the gate is locked shut. For the baby to even begin its journey, the cervix, which is the gateway out of the uterus, has to go through a complete and total transformation. So the first big change is something called effacement. Now imagine a really thick, chunky turtleneck collar. As contractions pull everything upwards, that collar gets stretched and pulled thinner and thinner until it's almost flat against the sweater. That's effacement. It goes from 0% thick to 100% paper thin. And working right alongside effacement is its partner process, dilation. As the cervix thins out, it also starts to open up. Actually, the thinning is what makes the opening possible. And this opening, this is what's measured in centimeters. And this is the magic number, 10 centimeters. That's the goal. When the cervix is fully thinned out and opened up to 10 centimeters, the gate is officially wide open. The pathway is clear for the baby's descent. All right, let's switch gears and talk about the real star of the show. The pathway might be open, but it is not a straight shot. The baby is an active participant here, navigating all the twists and turns of the birth canal with just incredible precision. So to make this journey, the baby performs this incredible, intricate dance called the cardinal movements. First, the baby's head engages in the pelvis. Then it tucks its chin to its chest. This makes the smallest possible shape to get through. Next, it makes this crucial turn to fit its head through the unique shape of the pelvis. And then it has to turn again to get the shoulders lined up for delivery. So why this complicated dance? Well, it's an evolutionary solution to a uniquely human problem. We have really big brains and a pelvis that's designed for walking upright. Each and every one of those turns is a perfect answer to the changing shape of the mother's pelvis. It's just a breathtaking feat of biological engineering.
And now, we're at the finale, the climax of this whole incredible story. The baby has navigated the path, the finish line is in sight, but there are still a few absolutely critical steps left to complete the journey.
That final push, it's a real team effort. The uterus provides these powerful involuntary contractions, and those are combined with the mother's conscious voluntary pushing. It's this incredible synergy of forces that finally brings the baby into the world. But hold on, it's not over yet. After the baby arrives, the body has one last super important job to do: deliver the placenta. The uterus keeps contracting, causing it to shrink down dramatically. Now, the placenta isn't elastic, so this shrinking action just shears it right off the uterine wall. The body even gives these really clear signals that this final stage is happening, like a gush of blood or the umbilical cord suddenly looking longer. So let's just take a step back and look at the whole journey one more time. It all kicks off with a hormonal shift. That shift ignites the engine of uterine contractions. Those contractions open the cervix, which lets the baby come down and do its intricate little dance. And finally, after the baby arrives, the placenta is delivered. It's just a perfect, logical, and absolutely amazing sequence. When you really see it all laid out like that, it's just breathtaking, isn't it? This complex, cooperative dance between mother and baby that's been perfected over millions of years just to make sure our species continues. It really makes you wonder, is there any other process in the entire known universe where two beings work in such flawless biological harmony? It's a pretty profound and beautiful question to think about.